Hey everybody, it's Professor Parish, and we are doing week 5 of English 109. It's hot outside, it's 4th of July weekend as I'm recording this video, but I wanted to go ahead and just put it up for you all. I know in the assignments I said it's not going to be up till Monday, but I managed to get some time in to record this video and show you all. So at this point, I'm recording this as week 4 is ending, so if you've not turned in your compare and contrast papers and done your other assignments, please make sure you do so. One quick note, please make sure if you are watching this video to tell your classmates, if you know them, make sure to watch the videos, read all of the assignments and check the due dates, because I have had a couple of students be like, oh, I didn't know this was due. Watching these videos is pretty important because we do go over all of the assignments each week and I show you where they are. So make sure that you're doing that, and as long as you're watching these videos and seeing all of the assignments and keeping up, which most of you are, you're going to be fine. So we are halfway through this course. We are diving into week 5. There's only 8 weeks in the semester, so we are on the upward slope, getting ready to get towards week 7 and week 8, which are going to be here before we know it. So with that being said, I'm going to minimize myself right here, and we are going to look at week 5. So week 5, we are starting, there's only 3 assignments this week, yay. So for this week we are starting narration. I would argue narration is probably the easiest paper we do in this class, because it's really just writing from your own experience. It's writing about an event that's happened to you, or an event that's happened to your friend or a family member, or maybe in your community. It's just writing from personal experience. And several scholars have said that's the easiest form of writing, is writing about what you know. So for this week, the only reading you have is chapters 15 and 19. Chapter 15 is just pages 293 to 306, so only like, I don't know, 9 pages, 8 pages. And then chapter 19 is really pages 369 to 385, and it's all about narration, and there's a lot of examples. That chapter seems really long, but there are a lot of examples in there to help you figure out, how do I want to write this paper? And I like the idea of doing narration because you're going to do a narration paper in English 121 and English 122, so it's good to get practice on it right now. And then watch this video, of course. As far as assignments due, by Friday, make sure you've posted in the week 5 discussion forum, and I'll show you guys that post here in a second. And then by Sunday, there's only actually only 3 assignments due Sunday. One is responding to your peers, which you guys have been doing a great job of in the discussion forum. 2 is grammar review number 4, which we'll look at here in a second. And the third one is the writing prep for your narration paper. All I want in the writing narration prep is, what is your topic and what's your outline? What are the points you're going to talk about? So do not give me a draft. I don't want to see your paper draft yet. That's week 6. Save it for then. I just want to see what your topic is and just a basic outline. Just a bare bones, what am I going to talk about? What's my paper topic? That's it. That's really all you need. Some of you are still turning in drafts. Try not to do that. I'm going to take points off if you're not following the directions, so just be aware of that. But as long as you are writing your topic down and showing me your outline, you should be good with the writing prep. And then we have the discussion forum and the grammar review. So as far as the discussion forum goes, this discussion forum, I really like this topic. It's a video called The Revisionist World of Disney, Mary Poppins, Walt Disney, and Saving Mr. Banks. Lindsay Ellis creates this video. We've seen her a little bit in this class already. She's done a couple videos for us. This video is a little bit longer, so it's about 25 minutes long. But it's funny. It's funny and it's interesting, and the topic is really neat. It basically talks about what revisionist history is, and then how it applies to the world of Mary Poppins, to Disney, to a lot of different things. So all you're doing is watching the video and then answering the 3 questions in your discussion forum. And I'm really excited to see how we all talk about this topic, about revisionist history, how it relates to our own writing, and this will kind of tie into narration and the idea of recounting and recalling events that have happened in the past. Because that's kind of what happens in this Saving Mr. Banks film, is the writer is taking memories and recreating them in a different context. So that's the discussion forum for this week. And then the grammar review, we'll pull it up so you all can see, is on pages 495 to 499 in our textbook. You're writing down just the correct adjective or adverb for 1 through 5. Remember, an adjective is describing a noun, an adverb is describing a verb. So they're just descriptive words to talk about either nouns or verbs. So you're writing them down for 1 through 5 here in part 1. In activity 3 here, you're putting down, should the answer be well or good? And as I've talked about in previous weeks, where we live regionally makes a big difference, and sometimes we use well when we should, and sometimes we use good when we shouldn't. So this textbook assignment number 3 here will ask you, should you use well or good for answers 1 through 5 there. And then on pages 499, you're choosing the correct word or phrase for 1 through 10. Note 6 through 10, like we did in our last grammar review, 6 through 10 are going to be extra credit, which most of you have taken advantage of, which is awesome. And then on pages 527 to 535, on page 530, you're writing down for 1 through 10 the correct word with the apostrophe in the right place. And pages 527 to 535 in your English skills textbook are going to give you examples of where and how to use apostrophes. Apostrophes are usually pretty easy. The only things that I think people get slipped up on are sometimes with collective nouns like children and companies. If it's children, it's always children apostrophe S. If it's companies, if it's company with a Y, it's Y apostrophe S. If it's companies with an IES, it's S apostrophe. So you just gotta watch out which version you're using. And then obviously it's with an apostrophe is actually a conjunction. It's with an apostrophe is it is, whereas it's without an apostrophe is the possessive form. So it's kind of a little irregular there. So you just got to watch out for 1 through 10 there. And then on activity 4 on page 531, you are basically doing the same thing, putting the apostrophe in the appropriate place and then writing a sentence using that word with the apostrophe. So don't forget to write that sentence. That's a little extra step there, and a lot of students forget about it, so make sure you put that sentence with the word in there. So that's the grammar review. So far, I've not felt the need to go into extreme detail with the grammar reviews because everybody has been doing really well on them. So I commend you guys. Awesome job. Way to give it 110% and do really good. And those of you that have been doing the writing preps, they've been really great. I think your topics have been excellent. Just make sure that you complete that writing prep, the discussion forum, and the grammar review this week. I am going to be finishing up. I know I have some of your paper 2 graded so far for some of you. For others, I'll be working Monday to get the rest of those grades up. So if you do decide to revise paper 2, you have time to do so. But that's pretty much it for this week. We are entering the climax weeks. Week 6, we're going to finish up narration. Week 7 to 8 are going to be on the last paper. And so that's going to be the end of the class. So you guys, we're almost there. It is going by fast, and we will be there before we know it. So as always, you guys have been doing stellar this semester. Everybody's been doing great. I haven't had any major troubles that I feel we need to go over. So if you have any questions at all, I'm working office hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4:30, and then I'll be checking my email off and on the rest of the days and times. So just let me know if you have any questions, and as always, I hope you guys had a safe and wonderful 4th of July weekend. I hope you have an amazingly wonderful and safe week this week coming up. So I'll talk to you guys again back when we go over week 6, but until then, have a great week, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.